Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Mariana's Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sakurako Halstead.
And I'm Dan Shore. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. Governor APATANG speaks on SINLAKU recovery.
And the Survivor Recovery Center is open daily to assist residents in disaster relief.
Also tonight, school is off, but graduations are on for the CNMI public school system.
And MADGIC creates MADGIC, organizing neighborhood volunteers.
Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
Drinks aren't new at McDonald's. Coffee? Until they are. All new drinks are here.
I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse. Bring your friends in for the best night out at Godfather's Bar in Garabin. Sing along to your favorite hits with live music from the Gigolos. Godfather's has daily food and drink specials, like Taco Tuesdays. The best pizza on island every day of the week. Located on Palm Street in Garabin.
Half a day, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth.
You're watching the Channel 2 News on May 13 from our studio on Capitol Hill.
After a signing ceremony in the governor's conference room today, Governor David APATANG gives us a few moments of his time to talk about SINLAKU recovery.
So, Governor, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Yeah.
And the recovery, how is it coming?
We're working very hard, moving right along. You know, trying to help our people here in the Commonwealth. Saipan, actually, the power, most of the northern part are on. And I just want to say thank you to all the line crews, and especially GPA from Guam who are here helping us out. They're moving along to the south part of the island, but hopefully we can see power all over the island pretty soon. Now, FEMA, they're working very hard with us. We're very happy that they're here to work with us. I've been with them almost on a daily basis. I went to Tinian yesterday with FEMA people on the first roofing project, and we're also looking at assistance on the power plant on Tinian, trying to get it back online.
Oh, is it possible for something new, instead of jerry-rigging this thing, we keep jerry-rigging?
Well, we're looking at avenues on how to secure funding. You know, you're right. We need another power plant, and the power plant that we have is over 30 years old already. So you know, at your age, everything goes. So we need to replace them.
Is there anything you want to tell the people?
I just want to say to our people, be patient. We're out here. We're thinking of you guys, and you know, FEMA's out there, the Red Cross out here, American Samaritan Purse, they're here, giving us all the assistance that we can, and the Department of War, they're here, putting some roofing tin around for some people that need it. They're out there doing an assessment. So please work with them when you see them and just say thank you for being here. You know, we appreciate them for coming all the way from the States, leaving their family to come here and help us out in the Commonwealth.
The machine that turns salt water into drinking water will soon head to our brothers and sisters in Chuuk. Samaritan's Purse is leaving their 2 reverse osmosis machines in the hands of the Adzuta Foundation as operations close out today. The 2 machines were located in the Sugar Dock area in SUSUPE and Garapan fishing base. Mark Lopshire is part of the Disaster Assistance Response Team in Saipan.
We can take just about any water in the world and we can purify it and make it drinking water. And one of the great things about that is we flew here into Saipan, just days after the typhoon came through. We came down here and you didn't have any water here on the island, no electricity, but it's all self-contained, our system. And we can put one end in any type of water. In this case, it's off the end in salt water, and it filters it so that we have absolutely perfect, pure drinking water for the people.
Prior to Samaritan's Purse leaving the reverse osmosis machines, Adzuta Foundation team members from Saipan, Guam, and Chuuk are trained on its operations.
When we come into an area, we might bring in an emergency field hospital. In this case, we brought in an emergency field hospital. We brought in distribution plans, generators. We brought in these 2 reverse osmosis systems, and we leave them. The people can keep them. We don't want to take them back to the United States. And so it's very rare that we'll take anything back to the U.S., wherever we are in the world. And what we'll do is we'll partner with somebody, and then we'll train them, and then on the happy day, we give them away.
Adzuta Foundation Executive Director Carlotta Leon Guerrero says the RO machines will go to Pohnpei and Chuuk.
One of them, the very first thing I did is I gave one of the reverse osmosis machines to my partner, Norbert Kalau of Pacific Missionary Aviation. And he mostly pays attention to the islands of Yap as well as Palau. And he can go all over Micronesia, but that's like his specialty, right? So Norbert, we call him Nob. Nob is going to take one of the RO machines. I'm taking the other one directly to Chuuk.
She says the current need in our region is the outer atolls in Chuuk that have lost water security.
The U.S. response right now to water security through a contract with IOM, I talked with the guy in charge of IOM. The response right now is in 2 RO machines, they are making 1,000 gallons a day of drinking water. So that's 2,000 gallons a day. The system that we are training on right now that Samaritan's Purse gave us, that one makes 10,000 gallons in 20 hours. So, you can see the tremendous difference that we will add. So everybody's very motivated. They know how critical this equipment is.
On Monday, PSS Commissioner Lawrence Camacho announces no more school for the 25-26 public school year. According to Dr. Camacho, the decision to end the school year early was not an easy one. He and the Board of Education could not justify calling students and teachers back to schools with yet unrepaired damage or mold remediation.
The bottom line is, if we say that we need to be safe, clean, healthy, and provide a conducive environment for learning, we're not just going to sit around and keep saying that. We had to do something, right? And what I'm describing, what I've described earlier, is the process of trying to get to this point, right, of having that. And we've done that every day, for the most part. Things were happening to get us to that point that we envisioned we were going to be at this week. But there's still a lot of work that needs to be done.
He says that he and his team will not make repairs the same way that was done after Super Typhoon U2.
Whatever happened in the past, but here we're going to make sure we are doing it to standard because, it's a slow process to begin with. How much more slower if we don't do it right the first time? So that's why I said when we do the assessment, we're doing it right, and we're doing it alongside FEMA as well, and planning alongside them too, so they understand our process.
Koblerville Elementary and Dowk Academy both had their tent structures destroyed by SINLAKU.
The plan for that, as you want to kind of reflect back on what happened to you two compared to what we're doing here, we already have been working with FEMA to get us to demolish the destroyed tents, get it all cleaned up. FEMA right now as we speak is working with us on the design, similar to what NMC is going to be getting, to in place modular classroom space to each one of those pods, if you will, in where the tents framing are at right now. There's no more tents there. But that's the plan. So our plan is to ensure that hopefully by the time the new school year comes around, it probably won't happen in August, maybe towards the end of August into September, when we have that space for the Kobler Elementary School students to come into play.
So, no more school, but yes, there will be graduation and promotion ceremonies at all of the PSS schools.
The bottom line is, for now, we have the graduation ceremonies and promotion ceremonies on schedule as we've had on our calendar. We're not going to have a massive graduation for all the students at one time, for sure. I think that's what you're alluding to. We're not going to do that. Every school is responsible, and it's really the celebration of that school and that spirit of that school that would then be realized during these promotion ceremonies and graduation ceremonies. So I want to keep it that way.
The announced dates for graduation and promotion ceremonies will take place between May the 27th and June the 5th. Congratulations all.
A hub for receiving individual assistance after the storm helps thousands of applicants thus far and will stay open until the need decreases. The Survivor Recovery Center in Saipan is located at the Multipurpose Center in SUSUPE. J.D. Regis is the Assistant Coordinator for Individual Assistance in the CNMI.
Here we have 3 critical agencies assisting with disaster and financial assistance. We have SBA right behind me over here, and we do have Red Cross, Center Stage, assisting customers and providing information on their financial assistance. And of course we have FEMA application services here as well, where you can also apply for your disaster assistance.
The information residents may need to prepare are name, social security number, physical and mailing address, phone number, email, bank account number, and bank routing number. As FEMA, Red Cross, and SBA offer assistance, the CNMI Department of Labor awaits the green light to begin operations.
Department of Labor Disaster Unemployment Assistance is currently awaiting the United States Department of Labor to approve the program, all their applications, and once all of that is approved by the Federal Department of Labor, the CNMI Department of Labor can roll that out, and they're just awaiting that approval from the federal government. There's no specific time frame yet at this time, but they are going to be here and they are going to be providing disaster unemployment assistance, which we all need.
Regis says the center will be open ongoing as needed to assist in the recovery of Super Typhoon SINLAKU.
We are open Monday through Friday, 8 to 11 a.m. for people with disabilities, 11 to 7 p.m. for the general public. Saturday, Sunday, 8 to 9 a.m. for people with disabilities, and 9 to 5 p.m. for the general public. We're all survivors of SINLAKU, and we just want to come out stronger than SINLAKU.
Survivor Recovery Centers on Tinian and Rhoda have been open since May 11 at each island's respective youth centers. The CNMI Individual Assistance Coordinator, CJ Bermudez, says both SRCs have the same exact services and access to programs as the SRC on Saipan.
Stay tuned, CNMI. More news is after the break.
Yap like you've never yapped before with all new drinks, only at McDonald's.
Here on the remote and beautiful island of Saipan, a mysterious species gathers outside Gold's Gym. Some say they come seeking strength, others say they heard there were protein shakes. But let's be honest, these aren't just goats. They are the goats. And even the goats know you don't become the greatest of all time by skipping leg day. And when you're done, refuel at the Shake Cafe. Coffee, smoothies, shakes, everything except goat milk. Please stop asking. Gold's Gym Saipan, be the goat. No goats were harmed for this message. Welcome to Marianas Beach Resort, and now welcome to Marianas Coffee. Indulge in the rich, smooth taste of classic coffee, or treat yourself to one of our signature creations with the best coffee roasted right here in Saipan. Craving something fun? Try our cracking marshmallow milkshake, or one of our refreshing milk teas. Stay cool with locally grown lemongrass lemonade, the perfect tropical twist. Pair your drink with our delicious cakes, desserts, sandwiches, and salads freshly made just for you. And with super fast Wi-Fi, it's the perfect place to work or unwind. Marianas Coffee at Marianas Beach Resort, where great coffee meets great style.
Welcome back. You are watching the Wednesday night edition of the Channel 2 News.
Climate scientists suggest that 2026 is set out to be an El Nino year. So what does that mean for the people of the CNMI? Our local warning coordination meteorologist, LANDON fills us in.
One of our rules of thumb here in the National Weather Service in Guam is that tropical cyclones can and do happen anytime around the year. And so we've seen that for many years, over the last 20 years specifically. Typhoons developing in January, we've seen in February, Super Typhoon Wutip in February of 2019, for example. We've had Mawar in May of 2023. So typhoons do occur throughout the year, but during those El Nino years, tropical cyclones get an earlier start.
El Nino and La Nina are the two opposing phases of a naturally occurring global climate cycle. El Nino tends to bring more tropical storms in the tropical Pacific, but fewer in the tropical Atlantic, including the southeast U.S. During La Nina, the reverse is typically true.
They do occur throughout the year in this region, but we have our peak season, our peak activity. That's usually July, August, September, and October, November in our region. And so with the strong El Nino anticipated for this year, we are bracing for a lot more activity across our region. Doesn't guarantee additional landfalling typhoons, but we do anticipate a much higher activity across our region.
Landon AYDLETT says preparation is key and warnings should be taken seriously.
In the Pacific Ring of Fire, we're going to have earthquakes without any warning. Tropical cyclones, we usually have several days of warning. But sometimes they can hit a lot harder than people expect. So we always recommend general preparedness year-round, but take the warning seriously. Even if it's a small system, a small depression, or a small tropical storm, go ahead and prepare to the fullest because it's better to be safe than sorry.
So after the storm, after the seas grow calm and the skies are clear, Saipan International is a hub that can bring families together. Leaving Saipan after reuniting with his family, Ardel Timbaga is flying back to work on Guam.
I came here for Mother's Day and my dad's birthday.
Yeah. How did you guys, how'd your family be during the storm?
They're fine. I'm just thankful for the relief that the government's giving everyone, you know.
But you were in Guam
during the storm, yeah.
How was it in Guam?
It's not that bad. It just took like one day for everyone to fix everything up.
It is such a relief to find the ones you love are safe. Jared Terlahi has just finished his second year of studies in sociology at Washington State University. He is arriving home for the summer.
You know, my family's doing good. The storm hit them hard, but I know that they're resilient, and a lot of the people here are resilient. So the hopes are high and the spirit is high. So to me, that's good enough to feel good to come back and see everybody.
Right, that's good. And how long are you going to be here for?
So I'm going to be here till August. That's when my school starts up again.
Okay.
So the whole time I'm here, I'm going to be with my family, helping them out, just seeing out the situation.
Jared is hoping that his studies in sociology and social work will be of service to his island community after graduation.
It's a need for the people that need special care, like special needs or, troubled students. So I kind of want to incorporate that in Saipan and really study and see what I can do to help out the island in the future when it comes to social work and sociology.
Anything else you'd like to say?
Mariana's pride, Mariana's strong. I'm happy to be back, and I'm happy everybody's in high spirits, and go Saipan, go NMI.
Through the storm and its aftermath, when the skies clear, like birds in their season, we will fly home to nest with the ones we love. Welcome back. Welcome home. Welcome to Saipan.
Over the next 6 weeks, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, in coordination with the CNMI Homeland Security and FEMA, will be removing residential debris starting in the southern Saipan, moving north towards the village of Marpi. The Saipan debris removal mission began their operations today. The cleanup operations span between May 13 and June 20. The island is divided into 10 sectors with a corresponding schedule for debris pickup. Today, the villages in Sector 1 were visited. Sector 1 includes the airport, Coblerville, Naftan Point, and San Antonio. Residents are asked to sort debris into the following categories: vegetative debris, large appliances, construction and demolition debris, sheet metal debris, electronics, and household hazardous materials. Additionally, the debris should be placed along the public right-of-way, ensuring it doesn't block the roadway, cover fire hydrants, or utility meters. Crews may collect different debris on different days. Household trash, to include bagged waste, food, and paper, will not be collected. Operations begin in Sector 2 beginning on Saturday, May 16. Sectors 3, 4, and 5 debris pickup will begin next week.
So we'll call her Magic Madge, not because anything she does is actual magic, but because her enthusiasm and lust for joy are just so darned charming. This Saturday, when many are home resting or licking their SINLAKU wounds, Madge Guy is continuing her daily mission to help those in need. Madge is an artist and a translator by trade and a human being by birth.
So we're here, gather the community to help Miss Minda. Miss Minda obviously gone through a lot of scare during typhoon, but we were volunteering. We found her, and she's here by herself, live alone, and she lives temporarily over there. Her house got completely shattered, so we saw this, and we decided to help her. So the community just showed up.
Including all of that over there?
Those are just partially. We already moved most of the debris out of her house, and on the side it was piled all over here. So yeah, the community made it work. It's like
now, are you
few
part
hours.
of any specific organization? It's just you just being a nosy neighbor.
It's me being a nosy neighbor. Yeah, so I started with volunteering at the very beginning, but then later on I find a lot of people got missed out. It's really difficult. It's not that they purposely missed out. It's overwhelming. So I decided to start looking for people who are vulnerable, live alone, or no cars. So I started from day one, and then more and more community people find out, oh, this is the group that really needed help. So they all volunteered. It's a teamwork.
Minda Indalecio was minding her own business, slowly trying to repair her home after SINLAKU, when Madge came upon her.
After the typhoon, I'm so upset because I'm alone here. And right now, I can breathe now because you guys helped me a lot. I'm thankful. Thank you so much.
Minda is retired and has been in this house for 28 years. She and her husband used to have an auto repair business on this property.
Yeah, I'm Filipino.
Okay, that's why you're so short.
Short but terrible. Yeah, but I'm staying here for 41 years in the island, and this is the first time I'm very terrible. Yeah. First time I came to Saipan, we had Typhoon came. Typhoon came all the way from.
So how does it feel to have your neighbors help you out?
I keep on moving, you know, plenty friends around with me, and you know, God's will is the first one.
Madge plans to continue inviting community volunteers to join her for weekend restoration projects and magic making.
Your Humanities half-hour host, Catherine Perry, goes into the village visiting those affected by the storm. On this first episode of the special series, a mother and daughter in the village of Coblerville is visited.
Well, firstly, I couldn't go to school. I couldn't continue my studies. And plus, there's no way that we could enter school even because the school is also affected by the storm. And without electricity, we couldn't submit assignments or even simply email our teachers about inquiries. So it's quite difficult. Plus, friends you've made in school, you're worried about them as well. And it makes you reflect, like, how do you even continue school or simply living after a strong storm like this?
I think one good thing that I've learned during the last 4 days is there's still a sense of community. And if no one will step up or if no one will move, no one will help. And so it will all start with yourself. You really just need to go back there, and once I've secured her that, okay, everything's good, then you'll be ready to face the challenges of, okay, this time, since I'm already good and I can do something for someone, then let's help.
Additionally, 2 other residents are visited at the laundromat. Tune in to see the full episode tomorrow, Thursday night at 7 p.m. on KSPN2 News or on our YouTube and Facebook channels or on the Northern Marianas Humanities Council website at nmhcouncil.org.
Here's the weather. Tonight, Landon of the National Weather Service forecasts a mild evening with a 20% chance of isolated showers, light breezes, and low temperatures of around 77 degrees. Tomorrow, Thursday, will also most assuredly be storm-free with only a 20% chance of isolated showers, light breezes, and high temperatures in the upper 80s. A beautiful day to be seen in the water or on the land.
Well, that was your Wednesday night newscast. CNMI, have a wonderful evening.
And we will see you again on Friday.